Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope everybody is having a great day today. It's a little chilly today where I'm at, but nevertheless, however you say that shit, I'm alive, I'm blessed, and I'm healthy. So everything else can be worked out. I woke up this morning, right? But anyway, listen, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a quick story time followed by a question. But this question, of course, is for the fellas because you know I rock with you guys. But here we go. Listen. So let's start the story time. Story time starts maybe about, I would say maybe a year and a half ago. I was dealing with this dude, and we weren't in a we didn't that's why I say I feel like when you dealing with somebody, it's important to have a label after a certain time. Like you have to have a label, because one thing about just fucking and fuck buddies, if it's good, if you're spending time together, if you laying up holding each other, talking to each other, y'all ain't just fucking and going y'all separate ways, getting the fuck up and moving on like y'all just had a one night stand and it's done. Then feelings can get involved, especially when you start pillow talking. But anyway, I was dealing with this guy and there was no label put on shit, right? And from this situation, I learned how to just be verbal about how I feel. Like if I want to be in a relationship, I'm gonna tell you up front, listen, I want to be in a relationship and this is what I'm looking for. Either you want to or you don't. And we can give it a couple of months to see how I work out. But after a couple of months, if you haven't figured out what you want to do, I got to chuck deuces or I got to do me. But anyway, so this is what you would call, I guess, a situationship. We were acting like we was in a relationship, but we never put a stamp on it. But he basically, was like, I feel like you my girl. And I was like, I feel like you my guy. But we never really said we was in a relationship. So that being said, he had this group of homeboys that he had a group of homeboys that he was hanging out with, and this one particular homeboy, he always used to tell me, like, I'm not gonna bring you around my friends. I don't bring my girl around my friends. And I'm just like, why? He's like, shit, I know them niggas, I see how they get down. And I don't want nobody to be trying to fuck my girl, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. At first, I was just like, that's a crock of shit. But then I kind of seen where he was going with it. So, he would hang around this group of friends. And that's why I always say, if you getting some good shit, if you getting good pussy, if you getting good dick, you can't sit up here and tell everybody or tell your homeboys in the beginning that it's good, because you never know what it may turn into. You may get feelings on down the line. And if you ain't put no label on it, they may try to holler. So let's go into the story. So he had a group of homeboys they used to hang out with. But this one particular homeboy, he was real cool with, cooler than the rest of them. I wouldn't say his best friend, but a good friend, good friend. And we started messing around, whatever. And we had been messing around probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. And I feel like feelings were getting involved, right? With that being said, we never said anything about it, though. We were just doing what we do, hang out, going places, eating out, chilling, whatever. We won't just fucking. It was more than just fucking. So I'm like, okay, cool. So everything was going good, and he had this group of homeboys. And at first, we didn't really hang out with his homeboys. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying, his homeboys would come around or whatever. We would chill, whatever. No big deal. So I noticed that this one particular homeboy just kept looking at me, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, saying a little slick shit, but he won't saying nothing disrespectful. Some shit like, oh, you look nice today, or, start out real subtle. So then, time went on, and we still didn't put a label on it, but it's kind of like we knew. And from this point on, that's how I got to the point where I say I put a label on stuff or I let it go. Because if you don't, shit get mixed up. So his homeboy was like saying a little slick shit, and he was just like, one day he was like, listen, I don't know what's going on with you and homeboy, but I'm feeling you. And he ain't said you with his girl. And so, I would like to fuck with you. Not even on some old, I want to fuck type shit. On some old, I want to get to know you. Because, I seen how you carry yourself, how you handle yourself, and I feel like you're a cool chick. And I want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't know what y'all got going on, but you seem like somebody that I would be interested in. So, at that point in time, I was kind of stuck because I was like, well, we ain't got a title, but he done made it known that he interested, right? So, and me, I just feel like if that was my man at a point, that was my man, then I'd been like, that's trifling. I ain't gonna fuck with your boy. But seeing that we didn't have a title on it, it made me feel like, okay, I have options. But then, being the real bitch that I am, I let him know, listen, I didn't tell him that his His boy was trying to holler, but what I said was, I have options. And what are we doing? Because I want to know, should I, wait, not wait, because I ain't waiting on nobody, but what are we doing? Because I think we've been doing this thing long enough to know if we fucking with each other like that and we want to put a label on it, or if we just fucking each other and we just like hanging out with each other and spending quality time, but we are not in a relationship. So finally, that's when he was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to put a label on it. Right. So needless to say, that's what we did. So my question to you guys, is, do you think I should have told him that his boy was interested? Because now it was kind of awkward because, now he done let it be known that he's interested, but there was no label on anything, right? Technically we weren't in a relationship. So at the end of the day, when his homeboy tried to holler, it's like, we weren't in a relationship. So I'm not obligated, but my conscience be on some on, I'm one of those straight up people. I don't like secrets or nothing like that. So I'd rather get it out on the table. But getting it out on the table would have meant me saying, telling him that his homeboy tried to holler. And then that goes into them men having issues or whatever. So I'm going to tell you what I did. I chose to not say nothing. That's just me. I chose not to say nothing. I went back and I let old boy know, listen, thank you, but no thank you. I'm not interested. Me and him decided to do our own thing. So whatever, he totally respected that. But do you guys think I should have told my dude that his homeboy tried to holler or not? Let me know.